Hi, my name is Jennifer Wiegert, and the purpose of my interview is to interview somebody 65 and over, going over questions on childhood, young adulthood, and later adulthood. And MJ, you have consented to let me video record us and ask you some questions?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to start with childhood. What is the first memory from your childhood?
Love.
Love? What kind of love? Like from your family?
Family love. I was 12 of the last one of 12 children. So
you were the baby?
I was a baby of 12. So
they all loved you.
They all had me, catered to me.
Aww. That's sweet. What did your parents ever make you do anything that you hated to do?
Go to church.
You didn't like going to church?
No.
Why not?
I just thought it was boring at the time.
Do you go to church now?
I go to church now. Sometimes I go by there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you make your children go to church?
No.
No?
When they became adults, they decided what they were going to do, and yes, they go to church now.
Good. What did you used to do in the evening before, like, the days of radio? Did you have radio and television back in the day?
Yes, black and white.
Okay. What did you do for fun? Did you watch TV and listen to the radio, or did you more hang out with friends?
We used to play out in the yard more, be outside. We didn't have the luxuries that a lot of other kids had, so we had to kind of make up our own toys and play marbles with sticks and fish and stuff like that, but never,
You actually had a childhood.
Yes.
Not with all the electronics and all that.
We stayed and played till it got dark.
That was the time you had to come in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm going to move on to more of the young adulthood. What was life like as a young adult when dating?
Horrible, because I wasn't allowed to do anything. My parents were very strict, especially my dad. He was raised Catholic and tried to raise us Catholic too, so there was a lot of rules and just a lot of restrictions when it came to.
So were you ever allowed to go out on a date?
Or
did you have to sneak out, or?
Yes, I would sneak out, but I think I was 17 the first time that I actually got out of the house without permission.
What kinds of things did you do? Would you go to the movies?
Movies and go get ice cream, milkshakes, just go to the place that kids hung out at.
Oh. Okay, now who was the first president you ever voted for?
George Bush.
Do you remember why you voted for him?
No, it was the Kennedys. John Kennedy, yeah.
Okay. Do you remember why you voted for him or them?
He was Democrat.
So you're a Democrat?
I was raised Democrat, but then I changed parties when I got older, and I went to Republican.
Okay. And do you have children?
I have two, 47-year-old and a 40-year-old.
Are they close by?
My son lives in Tallahassee. My daughter lives in Naples.
Are you closer with one or the other?
I'm close with both of them. We visit quite a bit. We spend time together.
Oh, good. And what is your occupation?
I'm a dental assistant. Have been for 47 years. And I'm going to keep working till I'm 90.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm 70 now.
If you had to do it all over again, would you still be a dental assistant, or would you pick a different profession?
No, this is what I am. This is what I would be.
What made you decide you wanted to be a dental assistant?
I spent a lot of time in a dental office, because most of my teeth were decayed. We did have a lot of the raw sugar and the Karo syrup in our meals. So, and then there was no education.
Did your parents educate you at all, or
no.
Brushing, flossing?
No.
So that's why you had.
It was never instilled, the importance of dental health.
Yeah.
So I had most of my baby teeth taken out. So I spent quite a time, in the dental office. Every time I had a toothache, they would take me in to take it out.
Oh. Okay, so I'm going to move on to later adulthood. What do you do to keep healthy?
That's what keeps me going. I can dance circles around 20-year-old dental assistants.
Have you ever tried anything else besides using things like exercise or?
I do swimming.
So
And I
that's
walk,
how
but-
you
but
relax
not-
is those
but
things.
yes.
Okay. And what do you think your strongest asset is?
I just have a strong personality.
You consider yourself like a leader?
Yes, absolutely.
And what is the most extravagant thing you've ever done?
Got married 3 times. And they were all different, so it's
You did
I
you?
consider it, from one change to another, being from good to great.
So you learned from the first?
Yes, second, and then the third was the best.
That's good. All right, MJ. Well, thank you for letting me interview you. And do you have any advice for today's youth?
Work, and don't expect everything to be handed to you. You gotta work hard.
I agree with you.
Yep.
Today's youth is.
They want
Well-
everything given to them,
I agree.
and they feel like they don't have to do anything because all they have to do is Google everything, and they don't know the answers. It's experience that gets us here,
I agree. All right. Well, thank you.
and you are welcome.